Kashla Kantraka Ke Omni Join Luhuta Kapon Kashla. Takun Gate Hot Chip on Kashla. O Hechel and Betty was still yak big dead from Kashla. O Hechel Mitakoyasi.
Sergeant R, I wonder if their operation will have first. Yeah. Yeah. We have few that needed to be excused today. Micah needs to be excused. White needs to be excused. Sheriff excused for the morning. Stan excused medical. Russell excused for funeral. That's it. Everybody else is going to be either late or online. Jordan gets back in here, we'll get a motion for excuses. Fremont, second by Ray.
Oh, I just need to leave around 1.
Okay.
We're on 10:30.
Itkancha, I might have to leave for like an hour. I got like a big scholarship from American Indian College Fund, so I have to do a quick Zoom with them about 11:30, but it'll just be about an hour.
Today all we're gonna do is finish up the agenda. We left off on about halfway through our agenda anyway, so whatever resolutions we have and motions we need to make. Steve?
I need to be excused, Bob.
Okay. We should be done by hopefully by noon.
If I don't talk.
Yeah. You keep it to 3 minutes.
I'll hold it down.
Okay, there was a motion for excuses. There was a motion by Fremont. Oh, Steve, second by Ray. Need a question?
Okay.
Steve, you made the motion, Steve.
Fremont.
Oh, Fremont.
Fremont, yeah.
Question. All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Online, Donna.
Yes.
Neil.
Yes.
Aye. Dara.
Yes.
And Lisa.
Lisa, yes.
11. Opposed, 0. 0 not voting. 11, 0, 0. Motion carried. Here. Okay. Like I said, we're getting back on the regular agenda. We have economic development was on our agenda next. Oh, better make a motion to hire a rate.
Motion to place Ray as our sergeant at arms for the day and with compensation.
Second by Steve, question by Ray. All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Online, Donna?
Yes.
Neil?
Yes.
Dara?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
11. Opposed? 0. Not voting? 0. Okay. Okay, we get on the agenda. Okay, do we have anything for economic development? Pam?
I don't have anything for economic development, but I was told our fair manager's last day as fair managers tomorrow.
I don't know about that, but she's supposed to do a report, so.
Yeah, I'd like to have that report before she is able to transfer.
Okay, we'll make sure it gets done.
Okay, thank you.
Education Committee. Donna, do you have anything for education?
We had no meeting for this month. I'm hoping we get a quorum for September. And I have no updates, no resolutions. Thank you.
Okay. Enrollment Committee. We need to call them over.
Yeah. Everybody's gone.
Okay.
Irene's gone.
Okay, gone.
White's gone.
Okay. Governmental Affairs. Eileen, do you have anything for enrollment?
We have that, we have a few, but since everyone's gone over there, maybe, we can come back to them later if that's all right.
Okay. We might be done before 11 o'clock here. Governmental affairs, health board.
I don't know if there's anything up there. Is there anything up there, Ray?
Well, look and see what kind of resolution, if there's anything for health
Hi,
board.
Scott. This is Lisa. We did a lot of our emergency resolutions for health board.
Oh, okay.
at
So
the
it's
last meeting.
regular monthly meeting?
Yeah, our regular monthly meeting is this Thursday,
Okay.
but we did those grant requests and a couple of purchases as emergency legislation at the last meeting.
Okay.
Judiciary committee. Sunil, do you have anything for judiciary committee?
I don't think so.
Chairman, I just have a question for Judiciary Committee. Sunil, are you guys working on anything with, updating our gun laws?
We do have an updated weapons code that needs to go through, excuse me, the committee. And that's in the making, I guess you could say. And we do have an updated commission ordinance up there on the table, but we need 15 to even address that.
Okay, so this Friday is a judiciary meeting. Are you going to forward anything on to council for the month of September?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Water Natural Committee. Any resolutions up there? Rick? Guess what do we have up there?
Education, transportation, tax commission.
Transportation, is that, we already did those last time we met. No, you had like 6 or 7 of them. That must be just a copy, I don't know. Okay. The 7 emergency legislations for transportation, I think, I got it checked, so I think we did them.
June.
Okay.
Yeah, you got one on that skid steer, I mean, not skid steer.
Those might just be copies up there.
Yeah, minor,
Yeah.
that one. Did we do the asphalt for 40,000? Then we did that road sweeper.
Right.
I think this is the only one, this is the only one that we have to do, which is the, Harmony Junction lighting.
Okay. That's those out.
That's the. We don't want to. So we've got 2 resolutions attached to it. Motion to approve resolution 22-210.
By Pam, second by Ray. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll start with the 6th whereas. Whereas at a regular meeting on May, I don't know what the date is, 2022, the RST Transportation Program brought before the Transportation Committee the need for roadway lighting at the Parmley Junction at US Highway 18 and Highway 63 63, which is maintained by the South Dakota Department of Transportation. Furthermore, the new school in Parmalee on Highway 63 will increase traffic activity. This area is extremely dark, and installing roadway lighting will increase the visibility of the junction turn, increases a driver's sight distance for possible roadside obstacles such as vehicles, stock, wildlife, or someone walking. Whereas the Transportation Committee discussed the request to the South Dakota Department of Transportation to install the roadway lighting in a motion by, that's not all filled in. Can we just strike all of that? Or do we have to have it?
It was approved on the 14th, so it has a number, so there has to be some minutes to it, so we'll find the minutes.
Okay, as amended?
Yeah.
Okay. To recommend to the Tribal Council the request to the South Dakota Department of Transportation to consider and install roadway lighting at Parmalee Junction on US Highway 18 and Highway 63. Now therefore it be resolved that the Tribal Council of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe acknowledges the Tribal Transportation Committee recommendation, requests the South Dakota Department of Transportation to install roadway lighting for the Parmalee Junction at US Highway 18 and 63. Requires any agreement or contract will be legally reviewed by the tribal lawyer before President Herman or the designee signs the documents to ensure the best interest of the tribe is met. Therefore, be it resolved that the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Council hereby authorizes the tribal president or the designee to sign any and all documents, if any, pertaining to the request to South Dakota Department of Transportation to install roadway lighting for the Parmalee Junction at US Highway 18 and Highway 63.
Any discussion? Any question? Steve? All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Online, Dara?
Yes.
Eileen? Donna?
Yes.
Neil?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Opposed?
Zero.
Not voting?
Zero.
Carried.
Motion for emergent, or motion to amend resolution 2019-201.
Okay, motion by Pam to reconsider and amend 2019-201. Need a second? Ray?
And on there, they didn't even highlight, they didn't even darken the, what needed to be amended. I think that fifth whereas is one, right? Tribal priority list. Oh, okay. They're amending the, to include the projects for a total of 36 road and bridge projects as follows. Two projects added to the road projects priority list and one bridge project. So the one bridge project is number 6. That's Lambert Bridge on BIA Route 7. And then the other two are, one is BIA Route 7, the cut across to Highway 83. The other one is adding number 9, the JDC entrance and parking area. And it says no number 10 IHS road around the hospital.
What do you understand what the changes are? Priority list is getting changed for three different things. Any discussion? Not, we need a question. Steve, all in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Online, Janine? Donna,
Yes.
Neil,
Yes.
Dara,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
11,
opposed,
0.
not voting. 0, she went offline, so 11-0-0. Motion carried.
Thank you, Council.
Let's go to, Personnel Committee. Anybody on the Personnel Committee? Is there anything for personnel, Ray?
We do have something, but I need to walk there for it, or
Okay,
save it for the end.
sure. Well, let's do it now.
Okay.
We're on it, so. Calvin, we need to go off for a few minutes. Okay, thank you.
So through SWA, we partnered with LEAP, and LEAP gave us the active list for people who have electric bills through Cherry Todd, the Creek, and the Winter Corporation. And then we're going to be paying $125 in light bills if you have an active account. So I know that they were working on that last week. So hopefully we can get them out by the end of the week. Everybody, if you have an active account, don't have to be a housing house.
Steve, is that a one-time thing or? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, we had some extra funding, so then we just allocated the rest of that.
Honey?
I just wanted to say, probably no one's on because we kind of just got on, but they're gonna see on their light bill negative 125, and a lot of people take that's what they owe, but if they look at it, that negative is not, is this for those that don't understand that did go on their account? Thank you.
Any more questions?
I think, I know I had an SWA question. So they're gonna pay, what if people paid their light bill already? We just have to take that as a credit, and then nobody is getting no like cocaine or anything out of it. It's just straight electricity.
Okay, transportation, we did all the resolutions. Is there any more business for transportation? I did get one resolution for from Land Natural. Russell sent it up here. So somebody want to bring this on for him? Oh, give me one first. Yes.
I know. Yeah, right.
Is it actually a new resolution or is it just amendment 298?
I'm not sure. They just passed that to me, Wayne. Probably Land Natural Committee would know what it was.
Well, they finally found the money, the DA found the money, but been like months.
It's for it's $14,000. Yeah, but
I just had a question. A few years ago, BIA had given money to the tribe as part of helping with legislating for the what do you call those amendments. There was money that was given to the tribe at that time, and I think Mr. Schmidt was the one that was to head that up, and I don't know where that ever went. Was there any kind of was the money used? Did anything happen? Yeah, because like I said, all I know is that the money was given to work on that, those amendments to the Constitution. So
it's still sitting in there. We had a meeting with the BIA and it's still part of their budget. So it's basically unspent right now. So it's still sitting there. Yeah. So
we could form an ad hoc committee.
Sure. Yep. We can sure do that. Yep. Martha? Wayne?
Good morning, Council Administration. I just have a question on land. There was some, couple of land, I don't know if they're land assignments or land purchases, but supposedly they were supposed to put something on it. Now, where does a community proceed from in order to get that back? I think it's a land and natural because it's a land, was a land assignment. Where do we go from there?
Like a home assignment, or is it a business site, or what is it?
It
Just
looks more like a land assignment. It's sitting vacant right now, but it's pretty trashed up.
Not sure. You probably
And-
have to go through either TLE. I don't know if it's managed by TLE or if it's sole office.
And it's, you know, it's kind of, I hate to say on the air because I'm gonna get retaliated against if I say it.
Just talk to me later.
Yeah, I would, okay, thank you.
I won't say the name and stuff.
Okay, so it looks like they got extra money for some positions. So are you bringing us on as
I'll move to
emergency?
bring it on.
Emergency legislation.
Legislation.
What would be the number? 250. Need a second? Ray, question by Vanessa. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Online, Donna?
Yes.
Yara?
Yeah.
Steven? Oh, Steven. Opposed?
0,
Not voting.
1, 11, 0, 1.
But motion approved.
Motion approved.
Need a second? Ray, go ahead.
I'll start the fourth, whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe submitted a request for funding consideration to FY 2021 carryover funding from the Great Plains region. And whereas the funding request was approved in full in the amount of $214,285 awarded for one-time PL 93-638 program grant. Whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Sicango Oyate Land Office will be the lead program in administration and implementation of the award, and the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Finance Department shall maintain fiduciary responsibility, and therefore be resolved, the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Council accepts the U.S. Department of Interior Bureau of Indian Affairs one-time award for the Rosebud Sioux Tribe in the amount of $214,285, and hereby authorizes the Rosebud Sioux Tribe's solo office to implement this award on behalf of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe to complete the tribal land range units and farm pasture compliance plan project scope of work, and be it further resolved that the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Council hereby authorizes the tribal president or its designated official to sign in and execute all the applications and documents thereof. So these individuals would be hired to do a project where they're going to document the different range units, and then specifically range units that in 2016 went up in carrying capacity. So they're going to go out and do the grass clippings, and they're going to fly over with drones and stuff like that.
Hey, any more discussion? Big question. Steve? All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Online, Donna?
Yes.
Yara?
Yes.
Opposed?
Let's see if it was even new. 'Cause it's
Not voting?
0, 1, 0, 0.
Motion carried. Next one that was passed out just last week, Wayne and I and Wayne Frederick, Wayne Boyd and I, we all went to, and Santi went to Pine Ridge to accept an award for infrastructure for broadband services. This is the resolution that approves that receiving those funds and what we're going to do with them. So basically, on top it says 2020, 21, it's supposed to be 2022. The number is 251. You want to bring that on? This is emergency.
I'll move to approve, or move to bring it on, emergency legislation.
Second. Ray, question by Steve. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Online, Donna?
Yes.
Dara?
Yes.
Bob?
Opposed?
0.
Not voting?
0.
Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
2022-251. Need a second? Jordan, go ahead.
Fifth whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Information Technology Program worked in collaboration with the Sichungu Resource Development to address this need of address the need of,
Rest in need by some.
I'll start, never mind, recap. I'll take it to the fourth whereas. In 2018, the Government Accountability Office, GAO, released a report that illustrates 27% difference between Indian and non-Indian communities in the terms of access to broadband service, which means an estimated 35% of Americans living in tribal lands lack access to broadband services, compared to 8% of all other Americans. Whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe IT Department worked in collaboration with SRD to address this need to develop and submitting an application to the National Telecommunications and Information Administration, U.S. Department of Commerce for broadband infrastructure deployment funding. Whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Information Technology Program has secured funding to deploy a broadband infrastructure project aimed at providing reliable broadband access to the Rosebud Sioux tribal programs, commercial and residential. And whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe has received notification on August 29th of NTIA award CFDA number 11-029 in the amount of $48,352,973.57 to complete Rosebud Broadband Phase 1 of broadband infrastructure deployment on the Rosebud Sioux tribal lands. And whereas the Rosebud Sioux Tribe will execute acceptance by electronic signature of the federal funding and agree to comply with the award provisions specified in the electronic award document within 30 days of receipt of notification to forego unilateral termination of award. And be it resolved that the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Council hereby authorizes the acceptance of NTIA award NT 22 TBC 0290067 CFDA number 11.029 in the amount of $48,352,973.57 to complete the Rosebud Broadband Phase 1 of the broadband infrastructure deployment on the Rosebud Sioux tribal lands. Be it further resolved that the Rosebud Sioux Tribal Council hereby authorizes the tribal president or his designee to sign and execute all required electronic documents thereof.
Any discussion? Not need. Neil got a question? No, a question? Okay, all in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Online, Dara?
Yes.
Donna?
Yes.
12.
Opposed?
0.
Not voting?
0.
Motion carried. Okay, we're down to tech roll.
Chairman?
Go ahead, Pam.
Before we move on to Tucker, I just had a question to Wayne or Vanessa, whoever's on London Natural. Whatever became of, the issue with, Golden West?
We haven't made an actual agreement on rights today. They don't want to pay anything for the rights today.
So now that we have them on this side of Mission, on BIA Route 1, who's
They wait for something they don't want to do it.
I don't, they listen on the air, one on the air, so you want to go off the air so we can talk about it, I'll let you know where it's at.
okay. Is there a way that we could, like, when we go off air, just take off our sound and then leave us Commission, I don't know which reps sit on that commission right now. Have been there any, I don't want to say action, but any information on the Cherry Todd lawsuit that they've had back in the day when Mary Wynn was here and it kind of, huh? Yeah. Has there been any type of?
The PUC has now submitted a.
I was just, if you find out any information, can you let us know? Okay.
I'll look into it.
Okay, Fremont, you have your hand up?
Oh, yeah, Chairman, I had Eric do a resolution for the Veterans Affairs, but I'm still trying to get more information for him to present it properly. 'Cause
Okay,
what they're trying to do is, again, they're trying to close Hot Springs and Fort Meade Veterans Hospital again and trying to create a bigger facility in Rapid City. So a lot of the Wyoming non-Indians and Nebraska non-Indians are opposing that too. So I want Rosebud and Heinrich and them to do a resolution opposing that too.
yeah, council, there was a request by some of the Legion members that use that, that go out, do these powwows, they go to all these functions that they need their services provided. They're really lobbying for some new vehicles to be able to get them around. So just want you to think about that. Maybe they can come to budget finance and they can get supported in some way to get some different vehicles up there. It's just something I've been asked every time I go to a powwow or to a funeral or something like that. They ask me about it. So I'm just relaying the message. With that, council, that's the end of our agenda. Martha, and then Eileen.
I know you want to hurry up and go home, but Veterans Affairs, I think you should direct them, and like my colleague was saying something about that veterans deal that they have up there. We had a little bit discussion on that yesterday with some people up there at the fair. I think something needs to be done. It needs to be either moved or at least make it look like it's there. The wall, there's weeds all overgrown around it. You can't even tell it's there. I think something needs to be done. It either be moved closer to where their building is, where people can actually see it and grow from there. But it is, right now it's an eyesore. You can't see it. And make it look presentable. We have to honor our veterans also, because I have veterans in my family and we really need to get that taken care of. Thank you.
Eileen, then Fremont,
Concha?
then Dara.
I'll go last because it's not about veterans and we should keep it going.
Fremont.
Yeah, Chairman, also too, you should recognize the code talkers too, we have Ray and Lisa here, their grandpas were code talkers, so should have some kind of a plaque, the ones that served in the World War II code talkers, we need something like that too.
Dara.
Yeah, I also would like to express more support for the veterans. Last week, I have an uncle that camps near the Veterans Wall, and he sent me pictures, all of the trash and debris from the Rosebud fireworks show. It was laying right beside it, and he was concerned about it because he was pretty pissed off. He buried some brothers this year that were Vietnam veterans, and he just couldn't believe it. And I think it does get overlooked. Also, the warrior that's coming home to Standing Rock, I want to ask for support monetarily for the veterans groups from here in Rosebud to attend it, to represent our tribe. I know that they really did a good job when my Uncle Philip came home from Korea. So I just wanted to help them out. And yeah, I do think that they could use a little bit more support when they travel to represent us at the different Ocheti Shakoi nations. It would be good to get that wall fixed up. Maybe move it somewhere else. Where Pam said is a good idea. Here in White River, they have a pretty nice one at the Washichu Cemetery, and so it would be a good idea where Pam had mentioned, and showcase it with lights, and it would look very honorable. I want to express that concern for the veterans as well, and I think they could use a little bit more help. Before council ends, I wanted to address an issue. There's a lot of young ones that turned 18 over the summer, and they're getting told by ARPA that it's up to us to make a motion to whether or not they will receive that $1,500. And then we have the under 18-year-olds that are still left. And although the clothing orders are a very good idea for the fall and spring, $250 isn't very much money. I have a 8th grader with size 11 feet, and he's in football. So I just spent $250 just on shoes. So I can only imagine the other children of the reservation whose parents do not work and are struggling right now. And I just want, us to think about perhaps, the children didn't receive that $1,500, and with only $500 in school, there's a lot of parents who feel that their ARPA numbers being used isn't good. And it's hard as a council person to have that on our shoulders that we are using children. So I just want to ask everyone to kind of think about that, because these kids are the future and they are watching us. So that's all I have to say. Pilamaya.
We have Wayne, Eileen, you want to go first? Eileen, then Wayne, and
Mine's on the vet bill.
Nessa.
Oh, if yours is on the vet, I'll go after you.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
Scott, I'd work with Jordan, and if you don't oppose or whatever, and I'll work with your office, do a cost estimate of moving that wall to both where you turn to the cemetery or as where they started that veterans park thing going up the hill spot, and I'll work on that and turn it into.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Jordan?
I guess I just have a suggestion. So I don't know how many vehicles we bought with CARES money, but is there any way that we can kind of delegate some of those to the Legion, at least just to help them? Because I know that we're not constantly being used I don't know exactly how many vehicles we purchased, but maybe that's one thing that we can start utilizing, being that they're already purchased vehicles for the tribe, and then kind of donate them, and then that way they can get to the events they need to get to.
Try to get a list of all the vehicles that we purchased, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Vanessa, what's the veterans comment? Vanessa?
Yes, I'd like to, good afternoon, admin and colleagues. I just want to suggest also what Wayne suggested, that be moved up the hill there so everybody can see, and there's parking space at the old IHS parking lot, and they can park there to view it. So that's just what I wanted to comment. Thank you.
Honey?
Mine was about something else, but I won't bring that up right now. But what Dara is talking about, the 18-year-olds, that's already passed, and they're working on getting that list and the checks done. It's going to take a little bit, this week, next week, maybe, and so there will be a notice when they're ready to come out. But it is coming. It is already passed. Up to this, their birthday up to December 31st of this year, 2022, they will get the 1,500.
Cool.
So that's set, and to let everyone know, it's going to be a bit. They're getting they have to pull the list off the parents list, so that's what's taken a bit. But they're moving pretty fast with it, and they're working as fast as they can. But they got the list almost done there, so. There'll be a notice out that they're going to be passing those checks out somewhere in the communities, maybe. Thank you.
Okay,
Didn't Jim say that 7 to 10 days?
Cool. Thank you, Eileen.
okay, anything else? Not, we're done with our agenda. Time to eat. Motion to adjourn, Eileen, second by Steve, question by Ray. All in favor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Online, Donna?
No, just kidding. Yes.
Dara?
Yes.
And opposed?
0,
Not voting.
2.
Eileen, can you say a milk prayer, please?
10, 0, 2.
Lord, we just come to you today and we just thank you that you woke us up today, Lord. That you brought us here today to do work for the tribe and for the people, Lord. We ask, Lord, that we pray for those that are in need, Lord. Pray for those that are mourning, Lord. We ask that you bless the food as it gives us nourishment for our body. In Jesus' name.
Hello, thank you for watching RST's Channel 93 and stay tuned for more local and tribal content.
Thank you for tuning in to our second night of the Candidates Forum for officers in the community. We'd like to begin this activity with a prayer.
Ya kakasla lista peki ya the waiting him kakasla ya hopla ita good ya tak kanta kai kakasla toda mi wo ki leli